All right, so in example 6, we've read through it, and we've got this, or I said formula, but equation here. What am I after? Yeah, I want to find the age to the nearest year. Well, age is what? P or A? Age is A. So I'm going to solve for A. So what is this 115? Yeah, that's that blood pressure, which is which variable? P. All right, so we're going to plug in 115 for P. And we want to solve for A. How are we going to do that? Okay, so yes, we're going to move the 115 over by subtracting it. We need this set equal to 0 so we can solve it. So 0 equals 0.01a squared plus 0.05a minus, what'd you say, 8? Yeah, makes it negative 8, so minus 8. Excuse me. All right, so how do you want to solve this? I don't like that way. Yeah, this is a trinomial, right? It's a quadratic trinomial. So we have choices. We can factor. We can do completing the square. Or we can do the quadratic formula. Now, if you're going to factor, my advice would be to remember how to get rid of decimals. So if I was going to use factoring, I would need to multiply every term by what number? Well, it's going to have a 1 at the very front of it. How many zeros will it have behind it?
2.
2 zeros. How come 2 zeros?
Because that makes it a freaking not decimal.
Because that's the number of decimal places up here. Okay, so we would multiply every term by 100 before we tried to factor it. But I think you're right. I'm going to try the quadratic formula. And so, what is the quadratic formula again? Yeah. All right, so x equals negative b plus or minus the square root.
Oh, that one?
B squared minus 4ac all over 2a, right? The only thing is I'm not really solving for x. I'm solving for capital A, aren't I? So, but we'll worry about that in a minute. So first tell me then, I'm going to find my A, B, and C. What represents the little a?
Squared. 0.01.
0.01. What represents the B?
0.05.
And C?
8.
Negative 8. All right. Should have wrote a little smaller here. So we could put x equals, but remember we're solving for A, right? So you could put A equals there if you wanted to. Either one. I'm going to build my skeleton. So x equals negative b plus or minus the square root. B squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Alright, so then let's go back and let's plug it in. It was b, and then b, a, c, all over 2a. Now remember, like we did before, we're going to do this piece by piece. So let's just work out the first part. It's just negative 0.05. So I'm going to have to come over here. And so A equals negative 0.05 plus or minus, work what's in that square root. So help me here, guys. What is negative 0.05 squared minus 4 times 0.01 times negative 8?
0.3225.
Oh, we have a... Okay, well, let's check and make sure that's right then. All right, so that is a good number there. All over. And then 2 times 0.01 is... And this time, because this is a word problem, and it told us to the nearest year, we're going to go ahead and put that square root into our calculator. So we got A equals negative 0.05 plus or minus. Give me the square root of 0.3225. Rounded to like 3 decimal places.
0.567.
Y'all agree? Yes, okay. Just making sure. Over 0.02. Now, in order to add or subtract them, I'm going to need to split it. So this is where we do the 2 problems. So the age will be equal to negative 0.05 minus 0.567 all over 0.02. And the age will equal negative 0.05 plus 0.567 all over 0.02. So let's put both of those in our calculator and see what we get. Alright, so we put these both in our calculator. We rounded to the nearest year. We got A is equal to negative 31 and A equals 26. Are both of those my answers?
Yes.
What did A represent?
Age.
The age of the woman. Are both of those my answers?
No, because there's no way she can be negative.
She can't be negative 31 years old, can she? So even though it worked out, you got to make sure it makes sense for this problem. So this can't be it. So A equals 26 years. And it's a word problem, so we need to write our answer in a sentence.
The lady was 26 years old.
Alright. So the lady is 26 years old. Another reason, guys, that I make you write your answer in a word problem a lot of times is because then you will definitely label it. And so you'll go, oh, wait, she can't be negative 31 years old. And you would see the negative 31 is not a correct solution.